So this is going to be the first video, business tools. In our degree, yeah, we get a lot of classes, finance, accounting, operations, but the most valuable part is the tools and the frameworks that they explain. And this is going to be the first one, and it took me a while to really understand how every business kind of fits into this, but once I understood it, I feel the understanding of any new business that you go into, whether it's for a job or you trying to start a new business or you trying to help someone start their own business, I felt a lot more comfortable with it, and I hope that the way I explain it makes it easier for anyone to kind of understand it. But if not, I can add links or give recommendations to like YouTube videos that have helped me or our professors that have shown in class. But today, again, it's deeper in the book, but I just want to go over the business tool particularly and the entrepreneurship textbook. It is called the Business Model Canvas. So, the business model canvas. As we have learned, there are four major parts of the business model: the offering, the customers, the infrastructure, and the financial viability. In this section, we further explore the process of how a company intends to create, deliver, and capture value for customers through a more in-depth study of the business model canvas. The definition is a type of visual plan that depicts the business on one page by filling in 9 blocks of a business model. In the past, all business schools would really focus on the business plan. Now that we go into not really knowing the entire business plan, or not really trying to create a gigantic plan, but trying to start small and test little experiments and ideas, this is a new framework that instead of business plans, yes, the business plan is still important, and it's still really important to get funding from banks, from creditors, but now just to test the idea to see if it's good or if it's decent, the business model canvas is a one page that you could just fill in all the different variables of your business and get an idea and then test, immediately go into testing. So the business model canvas, introduced in 2008 by Swiss business theorist Alexander Oxwalder, drives the business model's four parts into 9 components in order to provide a more thorough overview of the logic of the business model. When the 4 parts are divided into the 9 components, the results look like this. The offering, what you're giving out to the world, is the value proposition. Customers, they relate to the 3 sections, which are customer segments, channels, customer relationships. Your business infrastructure, what you need to build your business, are key activities, key resources, and key partners. And then the financial side is going to be your cost structure and your revenue streams. In overall, that's what it should look like. That's what the example of a t-shirt company, but it's 9 sections on a one page that cover all the different aspects. Now I'm just going to read the 9 sections and then talk a little bit about it. So customer value proposition, as described, the customer value proposition is designed to solve a customer problem or meet a need. With regard to the t-shirt, they use a t-shirt example. Ask yourself the following: what value do we deliver? What bundle of products and services are we offering? What are we helping customers achieve by providing a new range of t-shirts? So that's the customer value proposition, the problem you're solving or the need you're meeting. Customer segments, which are as defined above. A customer segment is a part of a customer grouping for a market. So, for example, gluten-free is a segment of the grouping of customers who buy food. Another segment would be lactose intolerant. So those are different segments of the overall food consumer market. So it's really who are you trying to sell to? Your channels. The value proposition is delivered through communication, distribution, and sales channel. The core question here is, what are all the ways in which you can reach your customer? For example, you could reach your customers online, through a brick and mortar store, or through word of mouth. This is really how your customer is getting your message. That's channels. Customer relationships. Relationships can be developed on a one-to-one basis in a brick and mortar store or through purely automated process of online. Customer relationships goes beyond just buying and selling. They depend on engendering positive feelings about your business, building a sense of customer identity, and motivating customers to want to bring their friend into the relationship. The key here is one of the most important questions an entrepreneur can ask. How do you establish and maintain relationships with your customers? So those are the first part is the offering. That's what value are you bringing, what problem are you solving, what need are you meeting. The next 3 segments deal with customers. So who are your customers, customer segments, how are you reaching them, the channels, and how are you maintaining that relationship, customer relationship. The next 3 are part of how you build your business on your side, not necessarily on the customers. Key activities. What are the most important activities that the company participates in to get the job done? Key resources. Resources are what you need to develop the business, create products and services, and deliver your value proposition. Resources take many forms and include people, technology, information, physical, and financial resources. How much and which resources will you need in your company if your company has 1,000 customers or 1,000,000 customers? What resources do you need to accomplish the key activities? You will also need to calculate how much money you will need to set up, as well as accumulate the skills, knowledge, and information you need to start your own businesses, your own business. And then the last part of what you need to do, aside from the key activities and the key resources, is key partners. Who are you working with? Entrepreneurs are not able to do everything by themselves, so partnering with suppliers, associates, and distributors is a logical option, not only for the strategic purposes, but also for efficiency needs, just to make things move faster. Somebody may be able to do marketing very well, but they're not able to handle all the orders that are coming in to make sure that all the materials are there. That's more operations. So to let the guy do the finances or the marketing, let him focus on what he's very good at, creating ads, creating promotion, and then let someone else come in, your key partner, and then do the operations. So those are the 3 main parts of a business overall without money involved. What are you offering? Who are your customers? How are you reaching them? How are you maintaining relationships? And then what are you doing? Key activities. What resources are you using? And then who is helping you to make all that stuff happen? And then where business really comes in is the revenue streams. Revenue is generated if a successful value proposition is delivered. How you need to ask. Here you need to ask, how much are my customers willing to pay? How many customers do I need? How much cash can be generated? And how much does each stream contribute to the total? How am I getting the money for my business to pay for everything? And then the cost structure. Actually, to pay for everything, maybe cost structure. How am I getting money into the business's revenue streams? So cost structure represents all expenses required to execute and run the business model. What are the most important costs inherent to the business model? Which resources are the most expensive to get? Which activities are the most expensive? And the cost of sales and marketing are all factors to consider when formulating a cost structure. Let's see if there's anything else I wanted to include on this. So that's the business model canvas. The value proposition, what you're offering, the problem you're solving, the need you're meeting. Customer segments, how you're reaching them or your channels, how you're maintaining that relationship. Key activities, what you're doing to build the business, is also with key resources and key partners. Those are the 3 that make up your business. Your customers or customer segments, channels, customer relationships, what you're offering, and then how you're paying for everything and where's the money coming from. That's the business model canvas. Again, so just improving a couple of examples. In class, we did Amazon. Looking back at Amazon, the value proposition or what they're offering is an online catalog to basically buy anything in the world. That's their offering. How they do that, their key activities, is constantly talking to people or letting people upload things that they want to sell. Sort of like what eBay was doing, but on a grander scale with stores, millions and billions of dollars of product. Their key activities is constantly updating and trying new things and making sure that their delivery is faster than everyone else, making sure that that they fulfill every order, and if they don't, that they help out the customer. Their key resources are all the factories, the warehouses. I mean, all their online databases to save what your preferences are. People who bought this also like this. Like that's a key resource. The rating system that they have. And then the customers, well, it's kind of everyone. They sell for kids, dads, moms, professionals, skateboarders, like hobbyists. They sell to everyone. So different parts of their product lines are gonna help different customers. Another example that we used, or that was a university. So what the university offers is accredited education through curriculum, through a classroom setting. So that's what a university offers. Their customers are usually high school students, graduating high school students. The channel they constantly keep up with, they market nearby to make sure that they're getting people in the area to go there. The relationship is they constantly kind of keep up with your degree plan. They have advisors to maintain the relationship, the university's relationship with you. The revenue, we all know tuition is kind of high, but they get it from government, from people paying loans, and then what the university needs to build up their infrastructure. Key partners are the professors, all the departments, everyone that works outside of necessarily just teaching also, the landscapers, people at the rec. Their key resources are all the facilities that they have, the buildings, the rec center, the library, the student center where people just hang out, the food court. These are key resources that they have. And then the key activities that they do are the lecturings, the presentations, the setting of everything up, of classrooms, exams, make sure that they get their accredited so the degree is actually worth something, and then they pay it off with the revenue that comes in from students but also government grants. So that's how universities work. Overall, the business model canvas can be used generally to get a deeper look into any business. So when you're applying to a job and it's at Enterprise Rent-A-Car, they offer rentals. But the way they do that is their employees need to clean the cars. They need to make sure that the cars are all maintained very well. They advertise. Their customers are mostly people visiting from business conferences, so maybe trying to build a relationship with hotels to know when a lot of people are coming in and out of the area for business meetings, leaving brochures, giving discounts to people that at hotels, so you kind of know that they're in town for just a small period of time. You can use the framework in this tool to think about any business. So when you have an interview or when you're planning your own business idea, you have at least something to help you clear a lot of the initial questions that you're going to have, so you can test ideas and learn, fail, repeat, so you can just keep getting better with your business. So that's the first tool, the business model canvas. It's a 1-page, 9-box segment. The offering, who are your customers, how are you reaching them, how you're maintaining relationships with them, what are your key activities, your key partners, your key resources, your revenue streams or your revenue structure, how you're getting paid, and then your cost structure, how you're paying for everything. So that's the first tool in the business tool segment that we learned. Again, entrepreneurship textbook. Thanks.